up? It's Dean with Manpo Yoga, and today is a nice morning routine to help get you going. Really nice grounding practice, not a lot of balancing, just full body, getting your body moving the way that it's supposed to. A little bit longer than the videos I've been making lately, so if you want a longer routine, I'm going to aim for about 15 minutes. We'll see how long it takes though. So we're going to start off in a child's pose today with your knees about as wide as the mat, maybe a little wider or less wide depending on how big your mat is, and then your big toes touching. Sit back on top of your heels and then work your arms forward. Start pressing your chest toward the ground. Relax your forehead down and try to get your chest as close as possible to the ground. So a lot of people do child's pose. It doesn't do anything for them, and the reason being, I don't know, sometimes it's just your body, sometimes you're not trying hard enough, sometimes your back just isn't that tight. So I find this a lot more in men, but if you work on pushing your chest toward the ground in child's pose, actively using your core strength, using your upper body strength to press down, you'll feel a lot more of a stretch in your back, all the way from your lower spine up to your neck. You can also start engaging your arms at this point. If your arms feel strong right now, you can externally rotate. Get your shoulder blades plugged into your back. So your shoulder blades are eliminating any space between them and your back, and then pressing down firmly through your hands. So a really nice active way to warm up here. If you want, you can also just relax your forearms down if your arms aren't feeling fantastic yet. Alright, then let's bring it up into a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees about hip width distant, and then squeeze your legs toward one another so that there's a little bit of tension in your inner thighs. From here we'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling to arch, dropping your chest down, looking forward, lifting your butt up, exhaling around, pressing down through your hands, bringing your head toward your hips, lifting your back up toward the ceiling or the sky. Inhale to arch. And notice I'm doing this on one long breath, one long inhale, and one long exhale. So try to make this movement as long as you possibly can, using your breath to guide you. This is a really good way to wake up, really good way to engage your back, to get your spine moving, and it's a very protected position. You're not standing up, you're not doing a back bend unsupported. So a really good way to go into a back bend with your hands and knees on the ground so you're not potentially hurting yourself. Push all the air out as you exhale, lift your back up. We'll do one more cat-cow. Drop your chest down, inhale, look forward, press down through your hands, stretch out your core even as you're doing this. Exhale to round. Press down through your hands, head toward your hips, back spread wide. Back to a tabletop neutral position. You go ahead and slide your right hand through your left hand and your left knee into needle thread. Pull your right shoulder toward the right, press your hips back, and just get a different stretch for your shoulders. You can press down through your left hand for a little bit more. Try to avoid cracking your back here. The goal here is really to open up your shoulders, your back. And then we're going to switch sides, so just go ahead and plant your right hand, and slide your left hand through. Left shoulder toward the ground, left ear on the mat. Pulling your left shoulder toward the left, pressing your right hand down, keeping your hips centered. Alright, and then bring it back into tabletop. From here, tuck your toes, walk your hands to the back. We're going to end up in a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, bend your knees as much as you need to so you can feel a stretching in your lower back. And then just kind of sway back and forth here. Chin tucked to your chest, so there's no tension in your neck. Hopefully feeling releasing in your spine, all the way from your lower back up through your head, going back and forth.
to crawl forward, step your right foot up between your hands, and then spin your back foot down 45 degrees, hands inside your right foot. So kind of a cross between a warrior one and a down dog here. Press down through your hands, just like you would do a down dog, kind of out at a 45-degree angle, and look back at your left foot. At the same time, you're poking your right knee forward, reaching your knee over to the right, getting a stretch in your groin. And folding down so you get a stretch in your lower back. Alright, from here, go ahead and turn back to center. We'll step up, forward fold at the top of the mat. Look behind you. Relax your neck. And then half lift. Bend your knees, pull your body forward. Flatten out your spine. Poke your head forward. And then fold back down. And step your right foot to the back. Moving into that same position we just did on the opposite side. Pushing into the outer edge of your right foot. Moving your hands over to the right, pressing down through your hands like you were doing down dog. Keeping your right leg really strong and engaged. Left knee forward and over to the left. Hips toward the right. So you want your hips between your ankles. One more breath here. Alright, and then back to center. Go ahead and step back up to a forward fold. Release down, look behind you. And then drop your butt down. Pull your chest forward for a half lift. Looking straight down at the ground, not arching your neck. And then fold back down. And then your butt down, chest forward. Lift all the way up, arms up overhead, palms touch. And then hands back to center. Alright. Take 3 deep breaths in mountain pose here. Arms at your sides. Shoulder blades plug into your back so this external rotation to open up your chest. Breathing your hands down. 2 more breaths. Pull your chin in towards your throat. Pull your neck toward the back so you're stacking your neck on top of your spine. Alright, and then from here move into a warrior one. Step your left foot to the back, point it out 45 degrees. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward so that your hips are squared up to the front. And then push your left hip into your right hip, maintaining firmness in your abdomen, in your core. So kind of this scooping motion to bring your butt under your torso and tighten up especially your lower abdomen. So try to feel this from right behind your pubic bone up to your sternum through your shoulders. And then from here, bring the arms up to goalpost arms. Pull your elbows back, push your elbows out wide so you feel stretching in your chest and in your biceps. Knee over your ankle and your front foot. So this right leg is working to hold you up and you're feeling an opening in the front of your left hip. Make sure that you're not ballooning your chest open, but you're keeping your chest drawn in, keeping a straight line with your spine and straight line from your hips, your pubic bone, up to your shoulders. From here, hands behind your back. Press your palms together, reach down, lift your chest up, lightly look up, pull your shoulders down as much as you can. Try to make the area from shoulder nub to shoulder nub across the front of your body as wide as possible. Alright. And then from here, lift your arms all the way up. A little bit of a back bend. Press your fingertips up high. Reach toward the back. Back bends are really good for waking you up. And then go ahead and step back up. Back to standing, hands back to center. Take a breath to collect yourself. And then step your right foot to the back. Point it out 45 degrees. Pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Left hip comes down slightly, right hip up, just so your hips are level. And then bend into your front knee. Squeeze your right leg toward your left leg. Pull your left foot toward your right foot. So you've got this countering force between your legs to engage the muscles on the insides of your thighs. You want to have that balance or you're at more risk for injury. From here, bring the arms up to goalpost arms. Make sure that your forearms are facing straight forward, so crank them back a little bit if you think they're aiming down. And then pull your elbows toward the back, open up your chest, and draw your ribs in toward one another. Tighten up your abdomen. Relax your shoulders and pin them into your back. So pulling your shoulder weights into your back to engage those scapular stabilizers, which are really going to help with creating healthy shoulders, helping to reduce the risk of rotator cuff injuries. From here, hands behind the back, press your palms together, interlace your fingers, one finger over from what you did before, and then reach down while lifting your chest up. Again, pressing your right hip into your left hip, pulling your chest up through your arms, pulling your shoulders down, and reaching your hands down as low as possible. And then from here, lift your arms up, straight up, and then lean back just a little bit to get a deeper stretch into your right hip flexor, the front of your right hip. Keep your chin up, keep your chest lifted. One more breath here. And then step back up to a standing mountain pose, hands at center. From here, reach your arms above your head, interlace your fingers, and then reach over to the left. So just a standing side stretch. Press your hips toward the right, keep your chest up, keep your chin up, and reach further over to the side. Press your hips way over to the right. Make sure you're keeping your legs straight and you're keeping your shoulders even. So tendency is to the right shoulder to roll forward here. So roll that back, extend more through your fingertips. For one more breath, feeling a stretch here from your right hip all the way up to your right shoulder. And then bring it back to center. Big breath in the middle here. And exhale to the left. What are we doing now? To the right now. Roll back your left shoulder. Press your hips to the right. To the left. Sorry. Keep your chin up, keep your arms back. Whichever side you didn't do before, do that side now. Press your hips way over, opposite the direction that your arms are reaching. Keep your arms straight. Make your body as long as you can. And then bring it back to center. From here, really make sure that you're scooping your butt under your torso, keeping your core really strong and engaged. And then lift your arms up and reach back just a little bit. So your chest opens up. Squeeze your arms back behind your ears. Sternum lifting up toward the side, toward the ceiling, the ceiling or the sky, whichever one you want to call it. Arms back even more. Chest up for one more breath. And then into a chair pose from here. Go ahead and drop down, squeeze your knees together, push your butt down and back. Pull your knees back. Try to keep this straight line from your butt up to your shoulders. Spine flat, core strong. Arms extended, biceps by the ears. Shoulders pulling down, arms pressing toward one another. Sit down a little bit lower for one more breath. And then fold down. Look behind you. Relax your head and neck. And here, if you want to wrap up your arms behind your knees, behind your thighs, depending on your flexibility, and then lift your hips up to stretch out your lower back. That's a good idea. Make sure that your knees aren't going too far away from one another here. Tendency is for your knees to open up, so make sure your knees are squeezing toward one another, keeping that inner thigh tension. And make sure you're looking behind you so you're not creating tension in your neck, but you're releasing that tension, stretching your spine. Alright, from here go ahead and lower your hands down. Let's go to a half lift. Pull your body forward, flatten out your spine. Still looking straight down at the ground. And then forward fold, plant your hands, step back into a plank. Drop your chest slightly so you're framing your torso with your shoulders. Keep your knees and your hips lifted. Poke your head forward. Full body exercise with this plank. Make sure your index fingers are facing straight forward. Squeeze your hands toward your feet, feet toward your hands. And then lower down nice and slow, all the way to the ground. Keep your chest as wide as possible here, engaging your back muscles as you go down. And then flip your feet. Press your pubic bone into the ground, squeeze your thighs, lift your chest just 1 or 2 inches. Go for length in your body, so push your head forward, shoulders back, elbows in tight. So working on the muscles in your back here, which doesn't happen a lot in yoga. So make sure that you're doing it now. And then release back down. From here, back into tabletop. And we'll set up for a very nice down dog. So index fingers facing just slightly out, so kind of at a 90-degree angle, and then just a little bit more obtuse. Chest relaxed between your shoulders. Head forward, shoulders back. Shoulder blades immediately plugged into your back, so you're promoting scapular stability. And then bend your knees, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, keep your knees bent. Push your butt to the back. Try to make a straight line from your hands to your hips. And then once you have that straight line, once you feel your shoulder blades pinning into your back, your shoulder muscles working, your scapular muscles working, then maybe you can adjust your feet, press your hips back more, and then start to press your knees back, now feeling a stretch in your hamstrings as well as the rest of your spine. So now stretching the whole back side of your body. Straighten out your arms, make sure those are engaged. Lengthen your torso forward slightly. That way you're stretching out your whole back. So sometimes people push back too much to their chest, and this happens. So you want to make sure that you're lengthening forward as well. You don't want to overdo it. Push your hips back as far away from you as you can. And again, arms straight, heels slightly out, so your heels slightly further apart than your toes. Heels pressing down, knees pressing back. Feeling this primarily in your lower back and your spine, but also in your hamstrings. And then a really good thing to do here, bend the knees, flatten out your core, and then push your butt back with your core engaged, with your flat spine, and then straighten your legs a little bit more. Let's do 3 more breaths here. It's a really nice long down dog to start the day. Every exhale, relax your heels a little bit closer to the ground. Push your butt back a little bit more. Nice even breaths in and out of the nose. All right, and then go ahead and take it up. Let's go to a squat. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Drop your butt down, lean back, arms out in front of you, and then stand up all the way. All right, so there's a nice little morning routine for you. Thanks for watching that. Hope you can use that to help make your day awesome, make your day a lot better. I find that my day always goes a lot better whenever I start movement in the morning. And I hope that you can find that as well, and that I can be of assistance. Couple Manful Yoga announcements. Make sure you check out the website. It was just redone, lots of new things going on there, manfulyoga.com. Download the app. Make sure you're following me on all the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. I guess that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys next time I make a video or next time you watch a video. So, take care.